Okay, let's pull this data apart immediately because the figures surrounding Taylor Swift's latest endeavor are, well, they're nothing short of shocking.
Shocking is definitely one way to put it.
We're diving deep today, looking beyond just the celebrity aspect. We want to understand her as like an economic and cultural force.
Right. And the absolute centerpiece, the stat that everyone's talking about.
Is that headline number? Her concert film project. The official release party of a Showgirl?
It pulled in $15 million in pre-sales.
15 million.
And get this, that was just in the first 24 hours.
That initial haul is just, it's borderline unbelievable, isn't it?
It really is.
When you actually put that into context, I mean, it completely blows away what a lot of major movies make.
Well, absolutely. Movies backed by huge studios.
Yeah.
You know, their entire opening weekend.
Yeah, or think about indie films. Some of them could run for a whole year and not even get close to that 15 million.
Mm-hmm. And this is, at its core, essentially a concert film. A very well done one, sure, but still.
Exactly. Achieving that kind of instant liquidity.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what's really fascinating, I think, is the how.
Yeah.
The mechanism behind it.
Right, because this wasn't launched with, like, a billion-dollar Marvel-level marketing blitz.
Not at all. It didn't rely on the usual studio distribution channels either, which, let's be honest, are kind of struggling right now.
Definitely struggling.
Instead, she just mobilized her audience.
Yeah.
Directly. And they delivered those figures, boom, instantly.
It really proves she doesn't just have fans, does she? It's more like...
A functioning economic ecosystem. That's a great way to put it.
So our mission today, really, is to figure out why just calling her a pop star feels, well, totally inadequate now.
Yeah, it really misses the mark. She's operating at a different level, like a cultural architect almost, designing social behavior.
Cultural architect, I like that. Because pop star definitely undersells the kind of power we're seeing. We have to look at this whole phenomenon differently.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at what's actually being sold here, it's pretty clear she doesn't just selling tickets to watch a film, is she?
No, not at all. She's selling an experience, access, a feeling of being part of something big.
Right. And that shift, that move from just passively consuming something to actively, almost mandatorily participating, that seems key.
That's the critical insight, I think. Her audience, the Swifties, they treat every big announcement, every release, not just like, oh, new product.
No, it's way bigger than that.
It's like a major cultural holiday for them. We saw one source describe it perfectly, like Christmas, but with glitter and heartbreak anthems.
Yeah. That paints a picture. It implies this really deep, ritualized, shared thing, a public event.
Totally.
But what is it about that specific feeling, that cultural holiday, that makes people willing to pay? And often it's a premium price, right?
It is.
It feels like maybe it's less about the actual movie itself and more about this urgent need to be there, to be present for that community moment.
That's exactly the leverage point. It's this mandatory participation requirement she's cultivated.
Mandatory participation. Explain that a bit more.
Well, this fan base isn't just a collection of individuals. It's structured like a community, almost a movement.
Okay.
So when she announces something like this film, it creates this intense communal urgency, FOMO, on a massive scale.
Fear of missing out.
Exactly. If you, the listener, don't manage to get your ticket, you're not just missing a film screening.
You're missing the social event.
You're missing the defining social moment for the group.
Yeah.
You risk losing that precious insider status.
Ah, okay. So the money flows because the social cost of not participating feels higher than the actual ticket price.
Precisely. It's social currency as much as actual currency.
That's incredibly powerful, that shared, urgent experience, which I guess brings us right to how she built that loyalty. It wasn't overnight. It feels very intentionally designed, this whole gamification of the fandom.
Absolutely. Gamification's the perfect term for it. If you think back to fandom historically, maybe you bought a CD, maybe you went to a concert if you were lucky.
It's pretty passive compared to now.
Totally. Compare that to the modern Swiftie experience. The level of engagement that's expected and also rewarded is just exponentially higher.
It's constant.
It's gamified from the second a new project is even hinted at.
You know, gamification can sometimes sound a bit superficial, like it's just about, I don't know, collecting things or simple points.
I see what you mean, like selling friendship bracelets is just merchandise.
Yeah. But let's break down the psychology here. What are the specific things, the loops, that make this loyalty system just so incredibly effective?
Okay, good question. We really need to look at the psychological payoff for the fan. Take decoding Easter eggs.
Ah, yes, the Easter eggs. Hidden clues in lyrics, videos, announcements.
Right. That activity taps into something fundamentals like puzzle-solving intellectual work.
And when you crack it.
You get that immediate hit of validation. You feel smart. You feel like you're in the know, chosen, closer to her than the casual listener.
So it's not just passive listening, it's an actual intellectual investment.
With tangible social returns. Status within the community.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then you add the physical stuff, the performative elements.
Like the friendship bracelets being traded at concerts.
Exactly. Or dressing up in these super elaborate outfits themed around her different album eras. Or making TikToks that go viral, analyzing tiny details.
I need the payoff there.
It's social signaling, performance of devotion. And that performance gets instantly validated by other fans, reinforcing your membership, your belonging.
So showing up in your folklore cardigan isn't just wearing clothes.
It's like performing an initiation ritual every time you connect with another Swiftie who gets it.
Okay, wait. Initiation ritual sounds pretty intense. Are we just using fancy words for really good marketing, like creating scarcity? Or is this genuinely different somehow?
I think it's structurally different because the scarcity isn't just about, say, limited seats in a venue.
It's about
limited belonging. She's built this whole infrastructure where you have to perform, you have to participate to be fully included.
And this concert film, the official release party.
It immediately slotted in as the next required step in that ongoing ritual. You have to go to validate your membership, connect with other initiates, share the experience.
Wow, and the proof is in how people reacted, right?
Oh, yeah. The sources mention clips. You see them online. People literally crying when they got pre-sale codes.
Screaming when they finally bought tickets.
Making detailed countdown calendars. I mean, this isn't just standard excitement or hype.
No, it feels deeper.
It's intense emotional loyalty, built painstakingly through constant, rewarding engagement over years.
That level of devotion, I mean, that's every brand's absolute dream, isn't it?
Every single brand's dream.
Yeah.
And channeling that devotion instantly into $15 million. That's the power. Which brings us to the wider impact, because this isn't just shaking up music, it's sending real shockwaves into Hollywood, an industry that's, well, let's just say it's having a tough time right now. This is where it gets really interesting, I think, because Taylor Swift is basically doing, almost effortlessly it seems, what the entire traditional film industry has been desperately trying, and often failing, to do.
Which is?
Getting people back into movie theaters in huge numbers and paying premium prices.
The contrast is pretty stark, isn't it? You've got Hollywood spending hundreds of millions trying to hype up the next big superhero sequel.
Usually based on existing IP, something they think is a safe bet.
Right. Stuff audiences feel they should care about, maybe. But the returns are often disappointing lately.
Diminishing, yeah. Meanwhile, Taylor just, casually posts a pre-sale link online.
Pretty much. Completely sidesteps the usual studio gatekeepers, the distribution deals.
And bam, $15 million pours in. Immediately.
It really throws this massive disconnect in the industry into sharp relief, doesn't it, about what audiences actually value?
Totally. The traditional studios often push out quite homogenized content, right? Sequels, shared universes, stuff that maybe lacks that personal connection for the audience.
Feels kind of manufactured sometimes.
Whereas Taylor's sells an event. Something that feels, as the sources put it, personal, exclusive, and meaningful.
And she controls it all.
She controls the timing, the marketing message. She makes sure the experience itself feels scarce, special, even if the film is showing in lots of theaters.
So the lesson for the Hollywood execs is kind of painful.
I think so. It's that people are willing to even pay a lot, but you have to give them a compelling reason, something that feels like more than just passive entertainment.
It has to feel essential.
Essential to their identity, maybe.
So if we're trying to define where she's operating, it's clearly bigger than just the music industry now.
Oh, absolutely. We can't just box her into music industry anymore. It's broader.
The cultural industry.
That's exactly it. The cultural industry. Her product isn't just the song or the film. It's the whole social event, the community, the identity built around it.
She's monetizing collective identity formation. That's quite something.
And by taking control of distribution, going straight to theater chains, cutting out the studios, she removes all the usual friction points. She owns the entire user experience end to end.
Total control. So this $15 million record, if it's a statement, what's the core message? about where things are heading, maybe, for fans, for consumption.
I think the statement is crystal clear. The era of the passive fan is over. Or at least she's shown a powerful alternative.
She really is that social architect we talked about earlier.
Definitely. Her audience isn't defined just by buying or listening. They're defined by doing, by performance, engagement, participation.
She designs the social structure first.
Embeds those psychological rewards, that communal urgency.
And the money just follows naturally from that carefully constructed loyalty.
It becomes an almost inevitable outcome.
It really is a masterful playbook for engagement in the modern world. We've watched her go from being, a hugely successful songwriter.
Which she still is, obviously.
Of course. But she's evolved into someone who architects cultural flow, who shapes audience behavior on a truly global scale. This whole infrastructure of devotion she's built, it feels unprecedented.
It really does. And think about this. That kind of engineered loyalty, that passion, it's exactly what every brand, and maybe even more significantly, what every politician would kill for.
That's a powerful point.
If you just step back for a second, the principles she's using, the gamification, rewarding that insider knowledge, creating these must-attend cultural moments, they aren't only applicable to music, are they?
No, you could see them being applied elsewhere, which is maybe the challenge for you, the listener, to think about. Can this system, this refined engine of participatory fandom, be translated? What if, say, a political campaign could successfully use those psychological hooks?
Like rewarding people for deeply understanding complex policy, making them feel like insiders.
Or what if a social movement could create rituals like the friendship bracelet exchange that signal belonging and commitment so effectively? What kind of power does that unlock?
It's a fascinating question. When you figure out how to turn a core belief, or even just shared enthusiasm, into something that feels like a mandatory celebrated cultural holiday.
You're tapping into something really deep.
A social mechanism that might be far more powerful, more motivating than traditional advertising or political campaigning. It forces us to rethink how mass mobilization might work in the future.
Proving that maybe it's devotion, that deep emotional connection, not just data points, that drives the truly big numbers and movements.
Exactly.
Definitely something profound to consider as you watch everyone else try to figure out the blueprints she's already laid out. Thanks for diving deep with us today.